Hi, good evening. This is the Rod of Michael coming to you with another video. This video I call the green seat or the green parliament. You know, they say that green is the new black. I never knew what that meant, but I kind of understand it now after the Lord has given me some visions with regard to the color green. The first time I came into contact with this color was about 16 years ago, when I came to know really what the color green means. And this was in a vision where I was taken down to hell in a speeding lift. I have discussed this before. I remembered seeing many levels of hell as I was going down. It was so frightening, but believe it or not, I was not afraid. I just asked myself, there's no reason I'm going to hell. I cannot go there, that's not my home. That's what I said to myself. And I just remained still. Anyway, the lift went down with great speed until it got to the bottomless pit. There I was met with an angel that had an aluminium milk can or a steel can in her hand, and she told me to carry it. When I came down there, I saw many seats, and everybody was sitting on those seats. It was like they were waiting for a show. And I'll never forget, all the seats were color green. And so I took this canister and I walked to the angel. I knew there was water in there. But as I walked, the canister began to melt. And by the time where I got where I wanted to go, all the water in the canister was evaporated and the canister melted away. So you can imagine the intense heat it must have been down there. I did not feel the heat. I did not feel any pain. And I continued walking with the angel. But I became very tired, I just became so tired. And I wanted to sit down. So every time I sat down, there was someone on that seat. And I carried on walking, and I saw there's another seat. And I was just about sitting when I turned around, somebody's got that seat. And this happened quite a few times, that the seats were all occupied. And finally I got to a place where I saw two persons sitting, but I just saw them from the back, just their back was shown to me. And as I came near to them, they both had, the one had a green sweater on, because I couldn't recognize the other one. In fact, I was not allowed to see him. I just saw the one that I knew. And the one that I knew was a prophet, a great prophet that lived on earth. He's still alive today as we speak. And he also had a green sweater or whatever you can call it. He had that on. And I didn't want him to see me. I just looked at him, and the first question I asked myself is, what are you doing down here? I could not believe he's there. And after I saw him, the dream ended, the vision ended, and I came back to earth. I knew then that the Lord has sent me down to hell to see who is there, because this man is very close to me on earth, and he actually brought me to God. And to find him down there was very shocking for me. This was one of my many trips down to hell. I've been several times down to hell. I've been tortured down there as well. I've been dragged by demons that tried to take me in, and I shot them with fiery darts that came out of my hand and out of my mouth. And there were many other occasions where I went down to hell and been tortured by all the people that I once knew growing up as a child. So believe me, all the wicked people that you know that we know are gone to hell. They're going to torture you down there. They're going to blame you for them being down there. Many gangsters that I grew up with in my neighborhood, many gangsters, homosexuals, lesbians, I saw them all down there in that place. So what actually happened coming to the color green? In, I think it was September of 2020, I had a flash vision. Now, I've been getting a lot of visions, a lot of flash visions. I pray every night, and as I begin to pray, the flashes just come through. I just get a flash of this and a flash of that. Pray for a few minutes, another flash. Pray for a few minutes, another flash. It's very hard to keep up with what the Lord is saying because there's so many flashes, so many dreams I have, so many visions. I've just been blessed with it. So when I saw in my vision, I saw an office, a table and a chair. It was a beautiful office. And the seats were green. The table had a green leather on, and the seat had a green chair. And I said, what does it mean? I couldn't understand, what does it mean? It was only when I came to, or when I saw the British Parliament, or the Parliament in Britain, I saw there were green seats there as well, in the Parliament. There was green seats. The whole Parliament sits on green chairs or green seats. And I looked at quite other few countries that also have green seating in Parliament. And that's where the Lord clicked, the green seat Parliament. And I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that the Antichrist, or the Parliament, or the seat of Satan, will come from the green seat Parliament, from the British. I'm getting a lot of visions of the British Parliament, British country. So I know that's going to be the center of what's going to be taking place for the coming months before the rapture or before the coming of Christ takes place. I know that things are going to start happening. Things are going to start happening in that country of Britain. And I know that that country is the seat of the Antichrist. I have seen the Antichrist, and it's not Barack Obama or any one of those you've mentioned in the past. It's none of the above. Believe me, I had the opportunity to go out of my body and to meet him face to face. He did not say, nobody told me he's the Antichrist. It was not said to me he's the Antichrist, but I knew he is. And as I always said, he was medium built, blonde hair, and one feature that he had that you're going to see when he comes. And take note what I'm saying. Take note of this feature. He will have a sleepy or a problematic eye. Left eye, I think it is. He'll have a problematic eye. One eye will be problematic. One eye will be sleepy. One eye will be closed. And that will be your man. You know, I have researched a lot, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but I know that I'm getting there. I have looked at people in the past, because if you notice now, everything is coming out. The giants are all getting released. The tombs are opening up all over the world. Princes are coming out. Kings are coming out. Nephilims are all coming out. I saw now recently a Nephilim coming out of the lift. As I took the lift and went down, I saw this huge, tall man, black man, coming out of the lift. Again, another vision I had just a few days prior. I saw the world ending. And I saw the sea, tsunami raging. People were running for their lives. People were in chaos. They were in anxiety. They were depressed. They were crying. Mother was looking for their child. Father was looking for son. There was total chaos. And then this huge man grabbed my hand and he said, run with me. And I ran with him. And as I ran, he said, when I tell you to jump, jump. And I ran with him and he said, jump. And I jumped. And then 2 huge hands came out of the sea, huge hands. And they just grabbed me and took me. What I like of that dream is that the water was clear and clean. Now I know clean water is godly, filthy water is from Satan, because I have seen the sea filthy and black. And believe me, people, the sea lives. The sea is alive. The sea lives. Everything around you lives. The trees live. Everything around you lives. When the night falls, and the minute you are traveling on your highway going home, have a look at the trees. Look at them properly. And then come back to me. Look at the billboards. They are not billboards. Everything changes at night. Everything changes at night. The billboards are not what is written on them. The trees are not what you see. Everything changes after 7 o'clock. So keep that in mind when you're driving home late one day. So really the color green is truly the new black. And I have many other dreams where I've been and I've seen that green is the famous color in hell. So look out for that color. Look out for flags. Many flags have green and black in them. Look out for people. If you want to know if someone is of God or is he of Satan, watch his clothing. Watch the signs that he has on his clothing. Many of them give themselves away by clothing. Which is his power hand? His right hand or his left hand? Watch his hand. What hand does he ride in? Look at his vehicle. What vehicle does he drive? What make vehicle does he drive? There's always groupings. People are always grouped. You are grouped with certain individuals. You are grouped with certain companies. You are grouped with certain cars you always buy. You are grouped with certain clothing and clothing companies you buy from. You are grouped with certain shoe companies that where you buy from. It's all, even a supermarket that you go to, you'll use certain supermarkets. Everything is grouped. Everything is aligned. You'll find someone that loves drinking coffee at a certain coffee place. Look at the signs. Look at the sign. Wherever you go, look at the sign first. The sign speaks to you. Look at the signs. That is one way you'll identify a person easily. Check his name. Names are important. Names is grouped into certain things. If you can take a name, you would not believe how that name could be relevant in the dark world. How many things of that one name you'll find in the evil world. Same with godly people. You'll find the same thing. When I broke my name down, my name was strewn all over the Bible. Every prophet, everything is based on my name and my surname. I could not believe it. Thousands of references only to my name and surname. You can name me a prophet, you can name me a place, you can name me anything in the Bible, it's in my name. And I'll give you one example. If you go to Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy tells a story. Just the word Deuteronomy. It tells you a story. It's a grouping of many things to happen. There's a date in there. There's disaster in there. There's a names in there. There's numbers in there. Everything. You count numbers. 1 is there. There's a name in there. Look at my name, Rodney. It's there in Deuteronomy. R-O-D-N-E-Y. Meteor is there. Danger. M-E-T-O-R. And there's many things. Take the word Deuteronomy and play around with it, and you'll find out it is a certain message it's giving you. Monday gives you a certain day. So play around and you'll find that everything is grouped. So the color green, the color black falls into a particular system of evil. Look around, you'll always see it. Even coming to Islam, everything about them is green. They love that color. Why? So keep your eyes open when it comes to coloring, numbering, names, and be observant of things around you. There is answers in everything. The street names have answers. When you come to my place, my country, many streets are named Hex Rafir, which is Witch River. And when you're walking down that street, you will see in many streets in my country with that name, Witch River, the river of the witches. You'll find in that street, when I walk up, everybody has sculptures of cats before you go in, or Egyptian sculptures in their front gate. So take a walk in your neighborhood, look at the name of the street, and then take a walk in your neighborhood and look, and you will know who is serving God and who is not. Do it towards the evening. It's always the best. Look through the windows, look at the doors. You'll find some people got horseshoe emblems on their door. Take note of the numbers of that house, the vehicles they drive, the way they behave, and you'll know exactly who lives in that house. The sculpture that they have outside, some got little dwarfs all over in their gardens, cats, sphinx. Why would they do that? Why would they put all that? So be careful. The color green is truly a color of hell. The British Parliament and many parliaments of the world with green seatings, they all grouped together as one. So I just came to give you this video to get you familiar with coloring and numbering and names, and I will give more and I'll speak more on this as we go along, and one day I will do a complete breakdown on my name, my second name, and my surname, and it's going to shock you. It's going to shock you to the core. How did I get, and how that so much can be in a name? But that is for a later video at a later time. Once again, I thank you for listening, and God truly bless you. Goodbye.